as we take a look at the economic indicators, we would see that Guatemala's population is approximately 11 times that of Trinidad and Tobago. The currency of Guatemala is the quetzal. The foreign exchange rate as it stands right now is $1 to approximately $7.60 US. One important similarity to note between the two countries is that Guatemala and Trinidad, their number one import partner is the USA. Guatemala is the most populated country in Central America. The distribution of income remains highly unequal, with the richest 20% of the population accounting for more than 50% of Guatemala's overall consumption. Guatemala has a large immigrant population in the USA, which makes it the top US dollar remittance recipient in the Central American region. It is the primary source of foreign exchange for Guatemala. Approximately 66% of the population of Guatemala, which is 9.7 million persons, lives below the national poverty line. Guatemala is undergoing demographic changes that will directly affect the retailing industry, such as increase in population, as well as an increase in female workers entering the workforce. There's also a growing sophistication of consumers who are exposed to modern alternatives. There's also an increase in satellite cities on the outskirts of Guatemala City. Both retailers and distributors are expanding their services to cater to the needs of these consumers. There's a growing industry in Guatemala, in that of the call centers, which has created employment opportunities for women and young adults. The competitive environment is expected to become more dynamic as consumers are becoming more conscious of trends, fashion look, new flavors, etc. The traditional channels are expected to see their strong positions diminish to a degree, as there's a gradual move away from non-store-based retailing towards virtual stores, etc. The business development team that visited Guatemala interviewed approximately 34 companies. We prepared a priority product of interest list. As we can see here, beverages, cups, the top spot, followed by sauces and condiments, and household and industrial cleaning chemicals. For the remainder of my presentation, I will be focusing on household chemicals in Guatemala. I will be covering areas such as production, market segments, prices, commercial practices, and opportunities and recommendations. This is an example of the product presentations in Guatemala. There you can see the bleach, Mahia Blanca, Axion, which is the paste dishwashing, and the fabric softener, Suavitel. Now, all of us, most of us, if not all of us, would be familiar with HS codes. Well, the SAC code, as we can see there, is the Central American Common Market equivalent. It is for strict use in the CACM, Central American Common Market. I'll be focusing on the products such as dishwashing liquids, other liquid detergents, and liquid bleaches for retail. The market leader in both sales and production for dishwashing products is the multinational Colgate-Palmolive Centro America SA. Also, Walmart is the leading retailer for dishwashing products with their two private brands, Sully and Supermax. It is important to note that the Walmart private brands, they compete in the lower end of the market. For production of laundry care products and bleach, laundry care products are properly offered in the bar and hand wash formats. The market leader in both production and sales is Henkel Lalouz, which is a German company, with their leading brand, Rendidor. It is also important to know that Henkel Lalouz is also a local producer in Guatemala. Procter & Gamble Interamerica's de Guatemala is the leader in bleach sales with its brand, Mahia Blanca. Now we can take a look at the trade statistics for cleaning liquids. We can see for exports that there has been a significant increase from 2007 to 2011. It's approximately 61% increase, which is quite significant. Then we take a look at the other side of things, which is the imports. From 2007 to 2011, there was an increase of approximately 46%, which demonstrates as manufacturers, exporters, that Guatemala is buying. Now we can take a look at the principal supplier countries to Guatemala in the area of cleaning liquids. There we can see the top two spots are held by Mexico and the United States of America. It is important to note that both Mexico and the United States of America both have free trade agreements with Guatemala, as demonstrated by Mexico's 0% tariff applied and the United States 2.8% applied. Also, El Salvador and Costa Rica, along with Guatemala, are all members of the Central American Common Market, which allows duty-free access into each other's markets. Sales for dishwashing liquids have begun to increase as consumers are changing their purchasing behavior. There's currently a move away from the traditional paste to the liquid format, which is seen as the more popular product. Bar and hand washing detergents account for 90% of laundry care products. Now, this is due to the fact that many Guatemalans do not have access to washing machines at this time, but this is rapidly changing. For dishwashing and laundry care products, there are basically two segments, high and low to middle income, which is commonly known in the Guatemalan market as the mass consumption market. The traditional dishwashing paste is preferred by the mass consumption market due to the low price and the very high consumption yield. Now we take a look at the market access for this product range, 3402. There we can see that the custom duty is attracted for household chemicals, 15% across the board. And also, VAT for this product in Guatemala is 12%. It's also very important to note that Trinidad and Tobago and Guatemala have recently entered into negotiations for a partial scope agreement, which is expected to be completed in 2014. Product registration can be a very costly and lengthy exercise. It can take up to 1 to 4 months, and the cost of product registration is approximately $215 US. It can be more in instances where laboratory testing and so on has to be done. Registration usually requires the hiring of a lawyer, which, as we know, can be very costly. Now we move on to packaging and labeling. For dishwashing products, the paste format is generally in rigid plastic jars. The liquid is in the PET, which we all know in Trinidad. The bleach is sold in traditional white bottles ranging from sizes of 1 liter to 3.8 liters. Fabric softeners and liquid laundry detergents are sold in traditional opaque plastic-covered colored bottles, often with plastic spouts. It is important to note that in the Guatemalan market, packaging must be very bright and attractive as Guatemalans respond particularly to that. Labeling must also be in Spanish, especially as it pertains to warnings. Now we take a look at the indicative pricing for the market leaders in the dishwashing sector in Guatemala. There we can see that Axion, the market leader produced by the company Colgate-Palmolive, the price for a 3 by 425 gram pack fetches a price of $3.22 US. And at the bottom of the category, we'll see Sully, which I mentioned before, competes at the lower end of the market. It's also a Walmart private label. For a 2-pack of 450 grams, fetches a price of $1.71 US. Now we take a look at the indicative pricing for market leaders in the laundry care. We see 2 popular brands there that we all know in Trinidad, Downy and Suavitel. Downy, which is produced by Procter & Gamble Inter-Americas SA, for a size of 450 ml, fetches a price of $1 US. For Suavitel, which is produced by Colgate-Palmolive SA, for a 5-liter package, costs approximately $12.43 US. Finally, we take a look at the indicative pricing for bleach products, for the market leaders in bleach products in Guatemala. We see the market leader there, Mahia Blanca, manufactured by Procter & Gamble Inter-Americas SA, with the 3.8-liter offering fetching a price of $2.74 US. And for the Mahia Blanca 1-liter size, fetching a price of 88 cents US. The distribution channel is essentially generic, from the manufacturer exporter to the distributor and finally to the retailer. Now, the retail and distribution is quite interesting in Guatemala. Walmart Central America basically owns 171 outlets throughout Guatemala. They own Pais, 30 Pais outlets, which caters for the more affluent of Guatemala's society. 120 of Dispensa Familia, which caters to the lower end of the Guatemalan population. Clubco, which is bulk shopping, and Maxi Dispenser, 7 of which cater to the lower end of the market as well. Some other popular supermarket chains are La Torre, Price Mart, and Simaco. Sales promotion. Promotion basically consists of in-store activities such as giveaways of cups, T-shirts, etc., and advertisements in the national and regional newspaper. Distributors expect manufacturers to share the costs of promotion in instances where the relationship is exclusive. In non-exclusive relationships, it is expected that the manufacturer-exporter cover the full cost of promotion. In the case of private labeling, distributors are expected to cover the full cost of promotion. Importers are traditionally interested in samples and catalogs to get information such as prices and sizes. Our investigations reveal that the overall sales markup it falls between the range of 15 to 40%. It is interesting to note that importers are willing to pay up to 30 to 50% pre-delivery on shipments, but this is, of course, negotiable. Cash payments are not uncommon upon receipt of products 2 to 7 days after. However, it is important to note that if cash payments are made, it has to be accompanied with a significant discount. Free on board was generally the preferred terms of delivery by the importers, followed by cost insurance and freight. Finally, to opportunities and recommendations. Trinidad and Tobago products is expected to become price competitive with other players in the market once the partial scope agreement is signed, which is expected to happen in the middle of 2014. Now, an important opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago manufacturers in the area of private labeling, which is a very popular practice in Guatemala, especially in the areas of household chemicals and paper products. Now, Trinidad and Tobago manufacturers have to pay particular attention to branding and pricing if they are going to have any level of success in business in Guatemala. Thank you. That's about it.